There have been 15 last lap passes here at Talladega history, including 4 of the last 6 races. So that's what typically happens here, and folks, stay tuned.
Yeah, this is the one attempt we'll have at a green-white checkered here. It'll be interesting to see. I tell you, just looking at this, those 3 DEI cars, you got to figure they're going to try to go to the high side. Tony Stewart's going to try to block that. If Elliott Sadler can keep David Reagan and Jeff Burton behind him, that inside lane might open up there. Tony can't block everywhere, as you said.
Yeah, he can. And there's a couple of guys out there that actually have some fuel issues. They're hearing that the 5 car had to make a pit stop because they couldn't pick up the fuel they had in the tank. What little bit they had.
Well, getting ready to find out who's going to do what. The 01 hanging back a little bit, trying to get a run on Tony. Tony's not going to, he's smart enough, he's not going to let those guys get too far behind him there. But you can see that the 8 car held back quite a bit. Elliott Sadler's going to try to pass him. Yeah, there they go. Yeah, that wasn't a good move on Eric Almirola's part there. He's going to lose that spot, maybe more.
So now you've only got 2 DEI cars there in that line, where you had 3.
Yeah. And that can make a huge difference when it comes down to trying to draft past Tony Stewart.
David Reagan now trying to, right on the back side of Elliott Sadler. Remember, he was able to push Sadler by a moment ago.
You know, in this scenario, I talked about waiting until the very last lap and coming through the trial. Well, the bad thing with this is there's only one attempt. If these guys wreck now, then you blow that chance. So in this scenario, you might not can wait that long.
Coming out of turn 4, it'll be white flag this time by for Tony Stewart. Regan Smith, the rookie behind him. Menard is there. Sadler is there. Here comes Elliott Sadler.
Yeah, he's not getting any help, though. He made a great move there, but nobody wanted to go with him.
I can't believe that these guys at DEI cars are going to be satisfied with 2nd and 3rd. They're going to have to go for it here.
Now watch the 31 and the 07. Teammates for Childress, Burton, and Boyer.
Still content to run single file.
They're all wanting to go, but everybody's just filling that spot, so they're not getting that opportunity.
David Reagan hasn't won. Regan Smith, the rookie. Paul Menard is there. Tony Stewart has never won at Talladega in a NASCAR Sprint Cup car.
He's going to have to do a lot of blocking right here. They've got to run on him. Got to run.
Here they come.
I can't go down there and do that, though.
Actually, I think it's legal on the last lap. He might have got it right there. I think it's legal on the last lap. We're looking next door to see.
Below the yellow line. It was below.
We still haven't got an indication, but it looks like Regan Smith won this race.
Why would it be legal on the last lap?
That's what they were
187.
You heard Tony Stewart, some of those guys commenting on you can't go below the yellow line to make that pass. There's Tony inside the car. We are waiting to get definitive information from NASCAR.
He definitely passed below the yellow line pretty much the whole way.
Don Darby, Mike Keltner are having a discussion.
We'll see. Good effort.
Here's the replay again. Watch the 0-1.
And he got forced down there. I mean, Tony Stewart actually forced him down a little bit.
Well, yeah, if you're going to consider that he only, yeah.
They are saying Tony Stewart has won the race. Tony Stewart is the official winner here at Talladega. They would not allow that pass below the yellow line.
That's the only way that can be. You can't race one way for 187 laps and change on the last lap. You have to be able to take the same deal. It's a great win for Tony Stewart and his team.
And the 43 race winless streak for Tony Stewart ends on a wild afternoon at Talladega, Alabama.
Well, you got to hand it to Regan Smith. He gave it all he had. That's the only shot he had.
Well, yeah, no, that's there for a reason. So you have to make the move to the outside. I mean, you know, obviously the rule's in place for a reason, and so you know he gave it a shot. But you know, again, it forces you to make that move to one side, and it would have been interesting to see. He had a run if he could have taken that to the outside.
Yeah, he did have a little bit of a run, and if he takes it to the outside, it looked like he was going to. He actually tried to fake Tony to the outside.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's going to be his argument that Tony forced him there.
And he does have somewhat of an argument. I guess, yeah. You know, it depends on how you look at it.
Let's check in where Shannon is caught up with his crew chief.
That's right, winning crew chief Greg Zipadelli. Tony Stewart's last race here at Talladega in the 20 car and his first win. How meaningful is this to you?
I can't even explain it. After the year we've had and what we went through on Friday, It's just, I don't know, I don't know what to say. I'm just so proud of everybody. Joe Gibbs Racing, proud of all my guys, proud of all the guys that came over and helped us get this car back the way it was. It was a team effort. We had people from the 18, people from the 11. We flew people down early. Proud of everybody. And we win at Talladega. I don't even know what to say. This is cool. I love these places. They've been good to us. They just haven't been great. And just proud of everybody. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Well, one thing is for sure, it's going to be an emotional victory lane.
Tony Stewart's 20th trip to Talladega. He had finished second 6 times, and he almost finished second again, but it was not to be because the rules are the rules, and they would not allow Regan Smith to go below the yellow line. You could go below if you're forced there, but you cannot advance your position. So Tony Stewart wins it. Let's go down to Mike.
And catching up now with Regan Smith. Take me through that last lap move.
Well, I knew I was going to get one shot at him, and Paul was back there pushing me. I backed it up a little bit going into 3, and I knew I was going to make my move at. And I don't know. I always got told that the rule is if you get forced down there, then you're the winner of the race. On the last lap, anything goes. They always say it in the drivers' meeting, and that's what I was going with. I got forced down there, man. I had a nose inside of him, and I could have piled up the whole field, and I guess that would have been a cooler finish. I don't know, but I'm proud of DEI. I'm proud of the Principal Financial Group. Everybody on this team. ECR engines were awesome. It was a great day for us. We're trying to get this car funded for next year, and you know, second sucks. That's all I can say.
We don't know right now if you are second. NASCAR has not placed you yet. Where do you feel like you should be placed?
Doing burnouts out there right now.
You can tell the disappointment, but still there's reason to be excited about this run for Regan Smith and DEI. An awfully strong effort, Shannon.
Taylor & Hart Incorporated finishes second and third. David Reagan finishes fourth for the second consecutive race at Talladega. He finished fourth here in the spring. Great run for the 6 car. Jeff Burton will come home fifth. His teammate Clint Boyer in 6th. Bobby Labonte, best run of the year for the King Richard Petty's car number 43, and Bobby Labonte, the former winner here. Scott Riggs, how about Riggs, finishing in 8th place. Robbie Gordon 9th, and Jimmy Johnson coming home in 10th. But it's all about smoke finally getting it done at Talladega. Jamie.
Oh, and it's a Gatorade bath as he prevails in victory lane. Tony, Greg Zippodelli, your crew chief, told me this morning the way this year has gone, he's been numb. There's been no feelings. What has it been like for you trying to get back to victory lane?
Yeah, I love you too, guys. Man, it's one thing to get back to victory lane, but to do it at Talladega, this is one of about 4 places I haven't won a cup race at, and man, talk about wanting to win. I've wanted to win here for so long. I got so many friends down here, and Red Farmer and Donnie Allison and all these fans, man. I mean, there's so much orange up there, and I know this hasn't been one of my favorite places on the fan side. People haven't always liked me here, but this was for those guys up in the stands today.
Tony, take us through that last lap, especially the pass at the end. What was going through your mind?
Just don't get too big a gap behind me, and I knew with 3 DEI cars behind me it was going to be tough to hold on, but we got a really good push from Regan on the back stretch there, and I thought he was going to be able to stay on the bumper, and if he stayed there wasn't anybody going to get to us, but he got away from us there and got a gap, and he got a good run. Just had to try to protect at the end.
Congratulations, and 20 starts here at Talladega. Tony Stewart finally goes to victory lane. Alan?
All right, Jamie, well, we know Tony Stewart's won the race. The rest of the results you've been looking at, unofficial till we get the final word on where NASCAR places Regan Smith for that last lap thing. You can check out NASCAR Now, 10 o'clock tonight on ESPN2 if you'd like a little more information. Next weekend, it's on to Charlotte. Nationwide Series Friday night. The Cup race on Saturday night at 7 Eastern. A wild day in Talladega. The championship is shaken up. Jimmy Johnson leads by 68 points. And Tony Stewart is your winner here in Alabama.